Welcome to the Helium Community Network. My name is Eddie. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the overall network of Helium, how does it work, and how to troubleshoot when things happen. Now, the reason is we've seen some updates that happened to the Helium network that caused the Helium app not to function, and therefore a lot of people panicked and started doing troubleshooting for things that was not needed. And therefore it's the understanding of how everything works might help you just to troubleshoot the right way, kind of thing. So we have three variables that can impact the performance of your network. We have the Helium network. So first of all, Helium network is growing, still at a very early stage, and the more it grows, the more challenges it will see, and therefore new updates needs to be addressed and updated to the network, and therefore you might see more and more updates to the Helium network, and therefore when that happens, it's in the back end. There's nothing needed from your side, almost 99.9%, as nothing is needed from your back end. It's all up to the Helium engineers and developers. We have also the second one is the Helium HotSpot vendor. They will need to address whatever Helium is doing, and they have their own hotspot issues that they address and they fix. And therefore, you're going to see some updates that happen to this as well. And the third one is your actual network, which we're going to talk about in a second. But basically, what happens with Helium and the hotspot vendors, both updates there are done in the back end, and therefore there's no action required from your side most of the time. Now, regarding your setup, all you have to do is provide electricity and internet to your hotspot, and then you place your antenna. That's basically it. So what can happen? First of all, if you have an electricity outage, that might reset the connection between your hotspot and the router, and therefore relay might appear. Before you go and say 100%, it's not 100%, it's a percentage that it might and might not appear. So the best way to check on this is to go to portchecker.co and check if the relay is on or off. Now in the Helium app it might show, and in my case I had the same problem. It showed it was relayed, and after 2 days it went off, and therefore this is expected. So the best way to do it is just check on portchecker.co, and that's it. The second troubleshoot that you need to do in case something is going wrong is to go to the hotspot dashboard. So for this example, Bobcat Miner, to check the dashboard for the Bobcat Miner, you're gonna paste the IP address of your Bobcat Miner on your browser, and it will give you access to the dashboard. Now, if you have a different vendor, all you have to do is type in Google the vendor's name space dashboard, and most likely you will get it. Once you do that, you can check if it's relayed, if it's heated, all the issues that might happen. Now, if everything looks healthy and you didn't have an outage, and in your Helium app it's showing you weird numbers, it's showing you zero money, zero transactions, whatever it is showing, something is wrong, then most likely it's an update that is going in the back end from your vendor and the Helium network, and therefore there's no need to change any of the settings here. Now, in case you have a problem in the dashboard, so it's not showing green or whatever color that's showing it's healthy, therefore you're going to check what the problem is, and you're going to contact the vendor, because it's a vendor's problem, and most likely you have a warranty on your hotspot. It has nothing to do if the internet and the electricity is working fine, and the Helium, there's nothing, no updates, no problem whatsoever. If you have a problem with heating, you contact the vendor. If you have any problem with anything regarding your hotspot, that's who you contact with. Now, the best way to see, like if you have no outage, your Bobcat or hotspot is working perfectly, and your Helium app is just giving you wrong numbers, you're not happy, you're panicking, the best place is to come to the Helium official Helium community Discord, which I'm going to leave the link in the description. Here you can check, and this is I recommend that you do this before you do any changes. And once you come to the Helium community, you click on the announcements, and you can see here one of the announcements that caused a lot of issues and people panicked a lot. The team and StakeJoy are aware of an issue affecting both APIs. This impacts both Explorer and the app. You may not be able to view data, balance, account, or hotspot information. You won't be able to send transactions. However, mining and rewards are not affected. So it might not look good on your app, but everything in the back end is working as is, like working perfect. So there's nothing for you to worry, and there's nothing you need to change. Also, you can see here there is some kind of action required from your side. This is for a console update. So included in this sprint, the team delivered configuration profiles, provides users with streamlined way to configure, save, and apply device settings and a new authentication system. Previous logins will be migrated to the new system and device settings. Important login action required. The first time logging into console after the upgrade, every user will need to log in twice, once to migrate their account and another time to log into console as usual. So it's a minor action that needed from your side, but it is all in here. Also, will be very useful. You want to see if your vendor is having an updates and that's causing you, let's say you're not syncing or whatever it is. You can come to the vendor announcements, and you can see here Bobcat Miner OTA update the 25th of October. So the Bobcat pushed the latest OTA update, the following updates. This update is expected, other changes included, and you can see there's no action required from your side, and therefore you just sit and relax. Also, if you have a SenseCap, Bobcat Miner, whatever, whoever the vendor is, I highly recommend that you join their Discord, because they will have more updated kind of announcements. So I come here to SenseCap, I see the announcements, and I see there is an update that's coming to SenseCap, and they will tell me if there's any action needed from my side. They might tell you to resync, they might tell you to reboot, whatever it is. But here I can see there's nothing needed from my side. Everything is done in the back end. I hope I've been very clear in this video, which is basically all you need to do is provide internet and electricity, and that's about it. Now, anything that goes wrong in the back end, you have no control of, but you don't have to worry about it or panic. And all you need to do is just see if there's any action required from their side. And most of the time, there's no action needed. But if there is, the best place to check is the Discord. And official Helium community are very supportive. You can ask any questions you have, but make sure that you understand who you're asking. So if you have a problem with your Bobcat Miner or hotspot, if there is a technical issue of the hotspot itself, then most likely you need to contact the vendor, not the Helium. If there's a problem with your Helium app or any of that stuff, then obviously Helium is the place to be in and ask your questions. I think I've been very clear on this video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I invite you to subscribe and like this video, as it helps the YouTube algorithm. So my name is Eddie, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next video, and probably see you in the Discord. Thank you and take care.